See the lights? Who are you waving to, Paul?
Dad.
Your dad? Where's Dad?
By the policeman.
Oh, hi, Dad. Where's Mom?
Oh, way
Dad got rid of Mom.
No, it's way over down the audience.
Oh, on the other side? Is that how you call Mom? Is that the way you do it? Paul, do you see the numbers up there?
Yeah.
That's $1,002,114.
I want to say $250,500.
No, that was last year. That was the number we had last year.
What?
Yeah, that's all the money we got last year. And now we've run out of all of that money. And that's why we're doing a show again, so we can get some more money.
Hey, I see my picture.
You see your picture on the television?
Yeah.
Well, let Paul see his picture. My goodness, you sure look cute. You look like Ruby Keeler. Did anyone ever tell you that?
Here I am.
Oh, here you are. Well, let's get the numbers off. Watch them, Paul. We're starting all over again now. We don't have any money up there now.
It's 0, 0, 0.
What do you got in your belt?
Money.
Can I have it?
Yeah. I'll stick it in the box.
You want to stick it in the box?
In the box.
John, put $1 up there. That's Paul's dollar. So you started it. Ladies and gentlemen, for muscular dystrophy and for the angel Paul Hawkins, here we go. One more time.
You'll see Joan Crawford, Jackie Gleason, Merv Griffin, Tony Bennett, Melina McCurry, Eddie Fisher, Leslie Uggams, Edie Adams, Bobby Darin, Jackie Leonard, Jan Murray, Patty Duke, Eartha Kitt, Roberta Peters, Gene Krupa, Connie Francis, Buddy Greco, Enzo Stuardi, Joe Namath, Jack Dempsey, Rocky Graziano, Orson Bean, Sandler Young, Kenny Youngman, Nipsey Russell, Kay Stevens, yours truly Jim Lowe, and 100 other great acts of comedy and song. For 19 hours, stay alive on Channel 5.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Americana. For the next 19 hours, we're going to try to do the very best we can. It doesn't seem like a year has passed, but apparently it has. And with the $1,002,114 that we gathered together here from all of your hearts last year, we made some tremendous progress. I would like you to know that little Paul Hawkins, I'm happy to say, is the first poster child that God has been exceptionally good to, in that he's with us for the 3rd year. Paul is healthy enough and strong enough and his heart is powerful enough that he is with us a 3rd year. He's the only poster child that's made it, and let's hope that we can keep him with us forever. The brightest paper valentine has nothing on this heart of mine. Thank you very much. Thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen.
Bob Kaczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you. And have a good evening.
Pleasant good evening to you. We have the telephone operators, the lovely ladies on the phones, and we have $1 at 9:05 from Paul Hawkins. The teletypes are going. We have the United Press International teletype that will give us the information as to the dollars that are coming in over the 19-hour period. We will also alert you as to what we are doing on the outlying areas, and we're going to try to flash the phone numbers as minimally as possible, so that the entertainment will function and you will be entertained. Oh, there, see how that's, can you hear good there? How I sound in here? Isn't that terrific? Come in, Tracy. Did you get pear-shaped? Good boy. Over. Aha. I see. No, none of this. None of this. There's a boy and a girl hiding underneath. What is playing down there? I see. You can bet your life on it. I would like to introduce a young lady. The young lady that certainly should be introduced first on this telethon. In that last year, she did such a fantastic job for us. She never stopped. It's been 365 days ago, and she's still knocking her brains out to help all of the dystrophic children. Will you join me, please, in welcoming, really, the regal lady of the theater, Miss Joan Crawford, ladies and gentlemen.
You know something? I look like an old buttery pattern compared to these kids here. You like that, huh? Well, I can do it. I don't know of anybody who gives more than Jerry. He talked about 365 days a year. I would like very much to read the letter from Mrs. Lyndon Johnson. I welcome this opportunity to express my appreciation for the irreplaceable role of the Muscular Dystrophy Associations of America in bringing us closer to the day when we will conquer muscular dystrophy and its related ailments and enable more of our young people to achieve their fullest potential in a healthier and happier land. As your honorary chairman, I commend your humanitarian goals, and I genuinely hope that all Americans will join us in a campaign that embraces so much of the future well-being of our land. Mrs. Lyndon B. Johnson. I got another one. Well, I had another one.
Yeah, you got another one.
Yes, I have.
You want another one, baby? You'll get another one. Give Sweetie Face another one.
The following is a telegram from Mr. Hubert Humphrey, Vice President of the United States.
Hello.
I'm delighted to join with Mrs. Johnson, Ambassador Goldberg, Secretary of Labor Wirtz, and the many others who are wishing you well on this great occasion. It was sent to you, Jerry. I urge everyone watching your wonderful show, Jerry, to support the fight against dystrophy. Dollars are urgently needed for wheelchairs, lifts, braces, and most importantly, for the research which will someday make such devices unnecessary. God bless you for what you are doing, and all good wishes, Jerry, and for the success of this great effort. Hubert Humphrey, Vice President of the United States.
Let's hear it for Joan Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Joan. Ladies and gentlemen, about 15 years ago,
thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight we have a very special treat for you, some very special talent. If all the world loves a clown, then gentlemen, let's bring on the clowns.
make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My dad said to me,
Shakespeare and be quiet and leave.
Make 'em roar, make 'em yell. Play it cool, play it cool, make 'em bell.
I climb a wall or take a fall to get through to you. And if it works, I'll hold my breath until I turn blue. There's nothing in this great big world that I wouldn't do. Like, did you hear about the two cannibals? One cannibal, they're having lunch. One cannibal says, I can't stand my mother-in-law. The other cannibal said, so just eat the rice. 1, 2, 3. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? I'm big on wigs and throw confetti into the crowd. When silence greets my jokes, I may be bent, but unbowed. 'Cause later on they get it, and they're howling out loud. Isn't it hot in here? It's... One, two, three. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Make 'em roar, make 'em scream. Have a ball, give your all, split a seam. I'll sing like Tony Bennett or Sinatra with style. I'll walk like Groucho Marx or talk just like Norman Pyle. And then I'll do the man with the perpetual smile.
Hi. Peace and love. God bless you. Last night, Billy Carter took 12 ice cubes and he put them in hot water. 15 minutes later, he was so upset because he couldn't find them. And now, here is Myron Cohen at the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Mr. Hamilton, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, I don't co-sign for nobody.
Charlie, pick up that phone so we can...
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone loves to laugh?
The malaprops that never stop the wisdom I spout. When all is said and done, if they should leave you in doubt, the reason why is even I can't figure them out. Think, people. People don't think no more. Everybody has to think. Think. Well, what if Khrushchev had been assassinated instead of President Kennedy? Do you think that Aristotle and Nassus would have married Mrs. Khrushchev? 1, 2, 3, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh?
I started in the Catskills, started clowning around. I knew the way my hair grew, I was Hollywood bound. And then I found Hello There, got me off of the ground. I am very happy to be the winner of the Jerry Lewis Lookalike Contest. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Not just grins, not just smiles. Break 'em up, make 'em roll in the aisle.
I started as a drummer with some brushes and sticks.
And then behind the stinger, I would do crazy sticks. But what I'm doing now is how I'm getting my kicks. A tap dancing alligator. Everybody, come on, let me hear it. Tap dancing alligator. One, two, three. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Everyone in the world needs to laugh. We're here to entertain, but there's a message we bring. Put in our bid for Jerry's kids as teachers to sing. But let us not forget to make those telephones ring. Beautiful people. Thank you all. A standing ovulation. And there's Ed McMahon. You'll see them all back.
Later on.
They'll be back on the
By
show.
a young man who is the newest star of popular music, who is currently at Bally's here in Las Vegas, Mr. Harry Connick Jr.
I'm Bob Kaczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Is it time for another one? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special treat in store for you. The greatest singer in the whole world is here, and he agreed to sing a number with me. I'd like to introduce him. His name is very similar to mine. He's my father, Harry Connick, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd dance and I'd sing, do anything just to get my name in lights. I'd like to try to hit the heights now that I'm free as a breeze again, old nimble knees again. Dad, soon they'll
All know my name. I'll have fortune and fame. Well,
in these modern times, as age, the world is at your hair, and then you fly the Atlantic.
when you come to see the sights, that'll be my
whatever the rage, just face on, just to.
Let's get a new life now, guys. Come on. Living life from this very day, New York, we're on a
my name.
Hey, when I get my name,
When I
ooh, Dad, I'm
happy to say.
and it's your name too.
Yes, sir.
Everything old is
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Harry Connick, Sr. and Jr. Harry, thank you again. Thank you, Harry. Let's hear it. Thank you, gentlemen. How about a nice hand for the Harry Connick Orchestra right here? Thank you all very much, gentlemen. You cooked.
All right, we're going over to our celebrity group over here. Jerry's with Norm Crosby and the gang. You guys were so great on that piece, The Clowns. Just wonderful. Really well done.
Yeah, they're all terrific. Norm, Tell me.
Listen, I was just talking to the laboratory, and the MD, there's a marvelous research laboratory, and they're so excited. They just called. They wanted me to tell you they found a cure for wheat germ. They're not sure, but they think they have a cure for wheat germ. Just a minute. And also, they found out from the laboratory, if your eyes hurt after you drink coffee, you have to take the spoon out of the cup. That's wonderful. Wait. I wanted Ed to hear this. They found out also, they took a flea, a little flea. This is where the money goes. And they strapped them with big chains to a surgical table so he couldn't move. And then a laboratory optician operating through intramural negligence with a horoscope was able to insert a thermal amputer into that flea's digital duct, and they rectified it. Then they put, no, I'm serious, it's on the phone, and they put wires to a computer with crazy glue and stuck it in. Now, a laboratory optician could put on a horoscope, a surgeon could take a microphone into the computer and told that flea what to do. The flea did it. They told him flea fly, and the flea flew. They told him don't flew, he didn't flew. They told him flit, and the flea flitted. Told him stop flitting, he didn't flit. Then, yes, I'm telling him that. They got, just a minute, they got a grant from Anheuser-Busch, Ed, and August Bush, not August, his cousin, September. They gave him money, and they did what they call advanced research. Wait till you hear this. They took with anesthesia. They have very sharp anesthesia, and they removed the wings off the flea. Then the surgeon took the microphone and he told him, flea fly, and the flea didn't move. He said, fly flea, and the flea stood there. And he grabbed his notebook. These are geniuses. He wrote a brilliant observation. He wrote, when you remove wings from fleas, they become deaf. Congratulations. I think that's wonderful.
Thank you, Norm. Thank you. That really was informative. Okay. Hi there, Rip.
I reach out and touch the bud. I did. My case comes up next Tuesday. You sent a limousine for me. Thank God it missed, but thank you for sending it, yes. I called my dog herpes because he won't heal either. Hello? Keep sending the money. He's right here. It'll be all right. I sent my wife to the stock market and lost her. Thank you, Payne Weber. Hello? Oh, I went to the doctor. He told me I had shingles. He threw me off the roof. Yes, he made me undress in the waiting room. It saves buying magazines. Hello? You're just looking, like waiting to get... Oh, we'll get the press. Listen, no, but that's okay.
One more, come on.
No, but that's all right, because 1 out of every 4 Americans, you know, I had a kidney attack. I thought my waterbed sprung a leak, scared me to death.
Rip Taylor.
Hello. Sitting next to him, it comes over. In the beginning of the show, I had all these calls that were supposed to come in and didn't come in. Several of them came in while you were out there. We had calls from people like Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. He said, give a message to the people. He said, hey, punk, go ahead. Pick up the phone, pledge $10 million. Go ahead. Honey? Make my day. And then we had a phone call from John Houseman who said,
I want you to know Jerry makes his money for the kids the old-fashioned way. You pledge it.
And then we had Richard Nixon who said, Jerry, I'm really glad to be here tonight, and I want you to know that I'd be glad to say what was on the tape. I'd be glad to say it because I know that there'll never be a gap on this show. For the rest of the night.
Fred Travelina. Thank you, Fred. All right.
Yes. It would be nice if you sent in some money, yes, for our children, for Jerry's sake. How much is that? That's not enough. Wait a minute, there's a friend of mine, William F. Buckley, just walked in. Yes, say hello, William. Yes, well, We're all here to do a very important job. Because you see, the most diaphragm and peripheral outlook is such that you can...
Charlie Callis, ladies and gentlemen. Craziness.
Not only in Vegas, but anywhere. Miss Lola Falana, ladies and gentlemen.
Lola Falana.
Send your money. God bless you all.
And thank your wonderful group, sweetheart.
Give it to her one more time, please. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Woo! I told you it was going to be lively. Woo! That's lively.
Hi, I'm Bob Kopczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
And now, here's the national chairman of the Muscular Dystrophy Association, Jerry Lewis.
Thank you. You know, I brought you a present because I love you and you never get anything. So this is a true story. I was in an antique store in Los Angeles. Everything in the store was at least 100 years old, a fantastic antique store. And I saw this and I bought it for you. They told me it's from 1860. I hope you like it. I didn't know if you had one. Is he laughing? I've been at the Sands all week. It's so wonderful to play in Las Vegas. Of course, as you know, Las Vegas, an old Native American word meaning buffet. Yeah, I had a very exciting year. I entertained the president. I did the White House press correspondence dinner in May, and I sat at the head table with the president. Yipes, I was right there on the dais. It was incredible. It was the president, Hillary, Al Gore, Tipper, and me. And I felt like the SAT sample question, what does not belong at this table? I was busy this year. I did a commercial for Fantastic, a fine cleaning product. And so I did this commercial. I thought, well, no one will pay too much attention to it. And now I'm in concert across the country, and all these people show up with little bottles of Fantastic for me to sign. It's so embarrassing. Thank God I didn't do a Summer's Eve commercial. My mother's happy I'm advertising cleaning products. She loves to clean. She says things like, look at this. You could eat off my floor. You could eat off my floor, too. There's thousands of things down there. Never understood what kind of claim to fame it was being able to eat off somebody's floor. You know what? We had dinner at the Boozlers. We ate off the floor. We were there. We drank out of the toilet. What a hostess. Life is short. I don't care about the floor. I take vitamins. They drop. They roll into the fridge. I don't pick them up. I have years of vitamins under my refrigerator. Probably come home one night, find a 6-foot roach in Nike saying, I feel good. My mother used to buy irregulars. Know what that is? Anything that's made wrong, you get them cheaper. I used to sleep on a sheet with sleeves. Had shoes with no opening of any kind. Actually, my parents are doing fine. They're 70, and they lost their house last year in Hurricane Andrew. They lived in Homestead for 20 years, and I saw their house blow away on CNN. I'm watching the news. Their house blows away, and I thought, are they in it? And then they were standing there okay. I saw their house go, and they were standing there well and alive, and one thought flooded my entire being. I thought, they're not moving in with me. It was a nice house to grow up in. You know, I think the Yiddish language was invented by a person wearing an Angora sweater. I do. I think they were just talking regular like other people. Then a little piece of wool flew up and they went... Hanukkah! It's out! A holiday! And that's, you know, how holidays got. Oh, I don't want your pity. Well, you know, I mean, when you think about it, all religions are the same underneath. Jews are born with guilt. Catholics have to go learn it in school. You have confession, we have gossip. What's the difference, really? You know, I usually like to come out and do all new material, and everybody said, oh, we love that baseball piece you did last year. You have to do that piece again. I said, look, I only did that piece last year. It was only possible because the Mets were having such a horrible year. Yeah, I guess I could do that piece again. Oh, you can laugh, lady. My heart's broken. They're doing pretty good for a swim team. I like basketball now. I hope if I ever find out I have 3 minutes left to live, I hope it's during a basketball game. Because I'll have like 10, 12 more years, won't I? Am I dead? No, they stopped the clock again? Okay, I'm buying a house. Call me when I'm dead. I'm gonna have to root for the Cubs now, I think. Cubs are a nice team, you know, non-threatening, nice team. Oh, the Cubs. I was in Chicago, and I wanted to do a Cubs joke, but I needed to know if the Cubs won that day. Only with the Cubs could you get this answer from 3 different men in the bar. I went up and I said, Cubs win? Each one said, well, when I left in the 9th, they were ahead 7-0. You better ask somebody. Saddest game I saw last year was a makeup game between the O's and the A's in the afternoon. Only 1,000 people came out to a 50,000-seat stadium. They didn't even sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Just everybody in the crowd stood up and told a little bit about themselves. The Mets. The highlight of my life 2 years ago, I got to sing the Star-Spangled Banner for the Mets at Shea Stadium. It was wonderful. It was way before Roseanne had her troubles. I was good. I can prove it. You heard nothing about it. There you go. I was good. It meant a lot. And they called me. They said, bring earplugs. It's a big echo. I said, I can't sing in earplugs. They said, it's a big echo. I said, I'll be okay. And I didn't bring the earplugs. But I had nightmares about the echo. I worried about the echo. Stepped out on the field, 35,000 people. I start the song. No echo. I'm so happy. I'm singing my heart out. Halfway through the Star-Spangled Banner, I hear myself begin the Star-Spangled Banner. Louder and with the 35,000 people against me, and I'm thinking, I'm in hell with the McGuire sisters. This is Rod Serling's Row, Row, Row Your Boat. You can't find the tune. You can't get back in it. Here's how bad I am at conceptual thinking. I actually thought, I'll slow down. I'll catch up. So as I was standing on the field waiting for the organ to begin the Star-Spangled Banner, it felt like time had stopped.
Is that funny or what? I am indeed proud to present one of those happy moments for you. A moment that has made people happy all through as many years as I can recall, and makes me proud to be in the same business with this man. He's the forerunner of great entertainment. He is a multifaceted performer. He is a gentleman who has created laughter around the world for more years than he'd like me to discuss with you. But I'm sure, as I would bet my life on it, he wouldn't mind my saying to you that he is one of the forerunners of what have taught us all how to do it right. Mr. Danny Thomas, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi. Hello, Dan. Hi, Peter.
Thank you for coming.
My goodness, this is really gorgeous.
Isn't it neat?
Hello, Ed. How are you?
You look handsome.
Thank you. I thought he asked me over the phone. He said, "You don't wear any of those frilly shirts and things, do you?" And I said, "No, I just wear a dark tuxedo." And he said, "Schmo." He's giving me straight answers. I never know when you're serious and when you're fooling around.
Well, I'm never going to tell nobody what I do. That's where the fun is at.
I had no idea you were going to dress so elegantly, really. God, Jay.
You know something else you didn't know?
What?
I put all my money in clothes.
Yes, really?
Yes.
What happened to them?
Oh, I see. I'm leaving you alone
No,
now.
don't go away. Don't go away.
I'll talk to you later. You do what you're
Listen,
supposed to do stuff.
Well, the thing I want to do is prevail upon everybody that knows me and that remembers me from, say, Make Room for Daddy, where we taught people how to... We showed the American family scene, the caring for our children, the children caring for their parents. And this Jerry Lewis Telethon has been going on for so many years. It's about caring. And I heard you talk about the boring segments. Sure, we could come out here and do all the jokes for you, but the phones don't ring. So those of you who are pals of mine throughout the United States and wherever it's being seen by satellite, I beg you to please help this dedicated man and everybody in the Muscular Dystrophy Association try to alleviate the sufferings of these kids. And there have been some breakthroughs that Jerry will be telling you about later. And let's do it with love. And there's a very beautiful song.
Danny Thomas, what do you mean you can't sing? Listen to that, you dummy.
You just like that song.
That beautiful song?
A lovely song. Thank you. I would hope that that would inspire all of us to get back on that track where we have a home. You know, we've got so many houses in the United States, Jerry, unfortunately more houses than we have homes lately. We need to go back to that love in a home, love of parents for kids and vice versa, and a love of the flag. It's sophisticated, really very sophisticated to hang out the flag on holidays. Believe me, young people, it's not corny at all. And it's quite sophisticated to honor the Oval Office and the man who sits in the chair as President of the United States. We need to get back to that kind of cornball thinking.
You bet. You bet.
You know,
it's not cornball.
You know,
it's
no,
titled cornball.
It's titled, sure, but that's why I say it's sophisticated. You know, a lot of people say to me, "You look so much younger than you really are." It's true. I am younger. Why? Because I hang out with young people, and I say to young people, hang out with old people. You know, it's a good exchange. We get the scent of your youth in our nostrils, makes us feel younger.
Well, that's what Danny and I does. He hangs out with the young,
Yeah, with
and
the
I
young.
hang out with the old.
Yes, you're older than George Burns, for crying out loud. Oh, did I tell you? You know, George Burns is a nut. I adore him. He's what, 83 years old? Is he almost 84?
What I
He runs around with 20-year-old girls all the time. Always got a little chick on his arm. And Bob Hope said to him one time, he said, "George, shame on you. Why don't you run around with women your own age?" George said, "There aren't any."
Right.
Oh, but there are. They're there.
Yeah.
I see them.
What do they do?
The homes for the aged? You go.
Well, of course I do.
I go to that one on Fairfax.
But you can't swing with any of them.
No, but you can swing. I don't swing with my wife. I don't know. I don't swing with anybody else either, dear.
Rosemary?
Never. You know me, Honest Dan from the factory. You hear about this, you're terrible. This horrible aura around me. I wouldn't even dare smile at a pretty girl. You, all of you guys, you, Bob Hope, Red Buttons, have made me the most religious man in the world.
Well, you are. You didn't let me kiss your ring when you came in.
That's not true. Come on, stop it.
I think that I have to inject a very important moment here because this man has come to help me while at the same time he has not taken an opportunity to do what might appear to be crass or unprofessional. He wouldn't do that. He's got too much class, but I can do it. We want you to know that on this stage stands two people that are equally as involved in an issue. And for as many years as he has performed, we wouldn't have the magnificence of St. Jude if it weren't for Danny Thomas and his work. That needs your help and your support.
Well, we're on the same side, kid. We're trying to save children's lives, that's all. And you're doing a magnificent job, and God bless you. But you know, everybody says that Jerry Lewis, what he does. Jerry doesn't do it alone. Look at me. Goodness gracious. You and that St. Jude. Everybody says, you and I get top billing. You and that St. Jude, what you did with the leukemia in the cat. I say, hey, I'm going to die one day. He's going to face that guy. He's going to say to me, hey, Hook Nose, you've been trading pretty good on my name. I got to tell you something. Religion or no religion, prayer is a marvelous thing, so is faith. But an old black man in Memphis, Tennessee told me in 1955 when I went down there to build that place, he said, you mean tell me you're not going to charge the blah, blah, it's going to be this big? And when I went on, we told him the whole thing. He said, can't be done. And I said, you pray. Prayer is a beautiful thing. And he said, come here, son, I want to tell you something. He said, I want to tell you a true story about a black fella, had an old mule. He worked everybody's farm for 20 years, praying for the day when he had enough money to buy his own piece of land. When that day came, it was a fallow piece up on the top of a hill, stones and rocks and tree stumps and junk, but it was all that was available. He bought it. Now he's old, and so is the mule. And for 2.5 years, he said, that old black man and that mule, they worked that land, they got the tree stumps out of it, the boulders and all the rocks and everything, and they planted it and they plowed it, and then they turned it over and planted it, plowed it again, and finally, in 3 years' time, he had himself a beautiful-looking farm. He said, and that's when his minister decided to pay him a visit, old Reverend Jones. But he said, Farmer Brown, come out here, take a look at your place. Well, glory be to the Lord. Look at that there cornfield, like it's saying the song, high as the elephant's high. Yes, sir, Farmer Brown, you and the Lord got the nicest looking cornfield I ever see. And the watermelon patch, white stripe, you get money for that. That's good. Yeah, and the truck garden, look at them beans and the tomatoes. Oh, I got to say it, Farmer Brown, you and the Lord got the nicest looking farm in the county. And that bent over black man looked up and said, I want to tell you something, Reverend. You should have seen this place when the Lord had it by himself. Rare is a good thing. Take care of yourself. I love you. Ring the phone. Eddie.
Thank you, Danny.
Take care. Thank you. Pleasure to be here. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. You're a wonderful lady whose singing has brought such joy to all of us for many years. I would ordinarily introduce her in a split second. I mean, because of her talent. I would ordinarily introduce her without even a build-up. But something just came to mind. What came to mind is that this lady isn't ready to be introduced. And I thought to myself, since this lady isn't introduced, let me get back to those papers you buy in the supermarkets. This lady is going to be introduced because she is extraordinary. She really, I saw her when I went to China. I was in China 3 years ago at the Great Wall.
Want to tell us about it, Jerry?
Yes, I'm going to tell you about this. Hold on 1 second now. I was at the Great Wall, and I don't care whether I'm going to get flack about this or not. It is not a great wall. It's a good wall. I even would say it's a nice wall, but it is not a great wall. Now, they have been imposing this kind of junk on us for years. You know what I mean? Now, you go to Italy, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you go around the other side, there's 1,115 Italians saying, get those damn tourists to come by here already. You see, it's a Leaning Tower of Pisa. You can get a bad hernia from that impression. This lady that used to be up in the schedule for appearing on this program that we were going to introduce has to change clothes. She's been waiting this long. What are you doing? We could have introduced the Mormon Tabernacle Choir with their accompanist sooner than this. Are we ready to introduce her?
We're waiting for just one more little set of steps, Jerry.
A set of steps? What are we introducing, a midget? I thought it was a regular lady. Oh, I see. Aha. Good. Let's let the people see what's going on here. This is wonderful. These are Wranglers. They're made downtown for $4.95. This is a gentleman who was once, he was wanted for something in Cleveland in 1957. I'm not too sure. Okay, how are we doing now? Fine. Good.
Jerry, as long as it's there, can you do a little tap up and down the steps, maybe?
No.
Can you put any other beat?
I won't dance. Don't ask me. I won't dance. This lady is worth it. It's worth the wait. I never knew that she worked with all of these stairs. But I have enjoyed her work for many years, just as I know you have. She has the reputation. I think I met her in China when I was at the Great. She has the reputation for being the single artist to sell more records than any other female in the history of the music business. And that's true. Please join me in welcoming Miss Connie Francis, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And for all of you out there, you're going to see a lot of stuff shaking real soon. Here's Ed McMahon.
We're staying up all night. We hope you'll stay with us. Coming up, Count Basie, Engelbert Humperdinck, and many more. So stay where the stars come out.
Hi, I'm Bob Kopczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
cocktail party?
Well, I didn't know that there was going to be one.
Great. What time does it start? Last Thursday.
Last Thursday start.
I'm going down to the delicatessen and pick up some sandwiches.
Have them sent over.
Well, they won't.
They won't?
No, not until the girls in 546 return the last delivery boy.
By the way, what do I wear?
You're wearing it.
Yeah, you're wearing it. You got it. You're dressed swell. Maybe not for the winter, but it's not bad for now. Oh. I'm sorry, but I'm here, your single person for the vacancy.
No vacancies.
And I'd like you to know that the girls went to the delicatessen ready to get all of the goodies for the party in 60 whatever that was, and I hope they bring corned beef.
I told you we have no vacancies.
Yeah, well, you don't understand. You see,
I understand. You don't understand. We have no vacancies. We just rented our last apartment to a Mr. Sidney Portnoy.
it's the last one, then.
The last one.
There's no going in, like, because someone will say,
Not a chance.
Then it's full. If I walked in, there could even be.
It's full.
I just thought of something.
What's that?
I'm Mr. Sidney Portnoy. It's just that I never heard my name with a Mr. in front of it before. Usually people just yell, hey, or watch it.
Look, Mr. Portnoy, there must be some mistake.
There's no mistake. I'm a Portnoy, I'm here, and I'm Sidney. Mister.
It's apartment 209. The door's open. I'll bring the keys later.
Oh, don't worry about the key, because I'd like you to know, like everybody else, that the door to apartment 209 will always be open. You get the idea?
It's that way.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
Hey, you.
Yeah, see? Never a mister or a her. You.
Quiet just a moment.
Yeah, I didn't...
Every new tenant here goes through a trial period. Now, I'm going to give you 1 hour. If you don't mix, out.
Mix with the people, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm the pearl master of the YMCA. Are you kidding? I'm like the greatest. I know about dancing and sambas and rambas, and I do all that stuff. I meet people. Here, this lady. You brought the mustard from the delicatessen. You don't call that mixing, huh?
What was that?
That was our new tenant.
You must be kidding. We're single through choice. He has no choice.
I give him about 1 hour, and then back to the YMCA.
Okay, who's all set? Ready? Here we go, gang. Ball game. Okay, come ahead. Here we go. That's mixing it up. You're up? Yeah, here. Okay? Let's go. You don't like to play? All right, but, yeah. This is really great. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Let's just... Okay, anybody... How's it going? Everything all right?
Well, I was about 50 feet under the water when I saw this octopus coming toward me. So I aimed my spear gun and fired.
What happened?
I killed a bagpipe.
He killed a bagpipe. He aimed the spear gun, and he thought he saw an octopippy, but it was, you see? And the idea to gag is why they laughed. Now, before that, I did so many impersonations, you know, mixing up, and before I leaned with her on a step. And they have no business in Washington, and they love peanuts. And I'm gonna walk with them later, and it's a swell. I love your place.
You.
What?
You got 15 minutes.
Bob Kaczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Hello. Ooh.
Are you not new here?
I'm new everywhere.
My name is Doris.
That was my father's name. Oh, my name is Sidney. My name is Sidney. Oh, you're reading a book?
Yes, it's poetry by Walt Whitman.
Oh, he's marvelous. Did you ever try his chocolates?
You have a wonderful sense of humor.
I'd appreciate it. Actually, you're the first one that ever said that. Here, you're the first one that even ever talked to me like no one ever did.
Oh, well, that's strange. They're all very nice.
Oh, yeah, they're swell. That's good people. It's me. I just don't fit in.
Well, it's not hard to fit in. Isn't there something that you can do that no one else can do?
No. No, most everyone that I walk and I sleep a lot sometimes. I eat and everybody eats and sleep. I do bird calls.
Bird calls?
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. It's, high camp.
That's where I learned it, at camp. Beaver Patrol 362. Would you like to hear my bird calls?
Sure.
Oh, would you really? All right. Hey, gang, I'm gonna do some bird calls. My first one is the European ethereal bird that flies from the index.
Let's go to the party.
Comes in from the north.
Sydney.
Huh?
Well, aren't you coming with us?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I don't think I'd like to go, thank you.
Oh, well, if you're not going to the party, do you, mind if I stay here with you?
Mine? No. Would you?
Of course.
Gee, that's nice. I just don't belong with swingers, I don't fit in. I'm like a plain person, And you're also very wholesome and plain and neat. If you don't think I'm too fresh, you're also nifty. And I just think wholesome people are plain perfect.
Say, why don't we go for a swim?
I can hardly believe my ears. That lady, who is a wholesome, perfect person, wants to be with me to hang out. A lady with warmth and tenderness. I gotta go with her because not everybody will. I'm gonna go get my sus. I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna get my. If you wait, I'll get my. Sue.
Okay, I'll meet you in the pool.
Yeah.
The honeymoon couple will be here any moment. Now, I want everything to be perfect for Professor Frobisher and his lovely British bride.
Sir, is that the famous Professor Frobisher who wrote Marriage for Love and Profit?
Well, the very same one. We're being honored by the world's foremost expert on love and marriage. Make sure they're made comfortable.
Ah, this professor must be some guy. Did you read this? Well, oui.
Yeah, he must be a regular Richard Burton, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Darling. Oh, how lovely. It's all absolutely super. Oh, you have to remove those flowers. My husband is allergic to them. Oh, and please leave the windows closed. My husband is allergic to drafts.
Oh, would you like me to put the luggage in there?
No, leave them. My husband's allergic to strangers in his bedroom. Hopefully, that allergy will be gone by morning. Well, I don't think there's anything more here. A.K. Haddock!
Actually, I thought I thought it advisable to conserve my strength.
Oh, Harold, you're a constant stimulation to my funny bone.
Thank you, yes, and of course. I just felt that a little jocularity would help to ease the tension, as it were.
I have no tension.
I was speaking of my tension.
Harold, we're alone at last.
Yes, that's actually the best way to start a honeymoon, my love.
Harold, I'm so delighted that I married a man who's an authority on love. We'll have a perfect honeymoon.
Yes, actually, it's all in my book. I wrote all of it in my book. I can't wait to see the picture. You know, my love, I never could understand, actually, the people who get married 3 and 4 times. It's just a terrible thing to think that they just can't seem to make a go of divorce.
Oh, darling, that's brilliant.
I'll be the judge of that.
My darling.
Rhoda, do you hear a strange beeping sound?
No, I don't hear anything but the beep, beep, beep of my heart. Look, my darling, why don't you go into the bedroom and brush your hair and clean your little toothy pegs, okay?
There are sounds, the vibrations of the higher frequencies, just before dogs hear it.
I told you not to call me here.
B-12, red alert. Enemy agents are onto you. Get out of there immediately.
That's impossible. I just got married and I'm on my honeymoon. I might as well tell you now. I'm quitting the service.
But you're in extreme danger. Tell your husband to help you.
I can't. He doesn't know about me.
He doesn't know you're a spy?
So far, he's not even sure I'm a girl.
Well, tell him.
You can't start a marriage like that. If I told him the truth, he'd never trust me again.
Then be careful, B-12. Don't turn your back for an instant.
Right.
I say, Rhoda, dear.
Oh, I'm frightfully sorry.
I'm not terribly happy about it myself.
I just guess I'm a little bit on edge.
Well, it's really my fault, dear. I should have read what I wrote in my very own book in Chapter 9C1, where I indicated there one should never be sneaky on their
I'm
honeymoon.
Bob Kaczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Sounds like a knock at the door. I never miss.
Please be careful.
What is it?
Be careful, my darling.
Oh, don't fret, my love. It's simple. They're brass knobs. You turn them. You pull them. I'm good at it. I open doors easily. There's nothing that can happen. You just turn the knob, pull the door, and they'll fall. Open.
Wedding cake for the happy couple. Mr. and Mrs. Frobisher?
Thank you so much. This is a little woman, and I'm Mr. Frobisher.
Right here, sir.
Oh, that's terribly good of you, and
you.
I hope in the near future I have hers. That is loverly.
Yes.
To the happy couple, may you live happily and healthily for many years to come. Uncle George.
Oh, yes.
That was sweet of your Uncle George.
My Uncle George. I thought it was your Uncle George.
Pish posh, I would like to just have some of the lovely marshmallow cake down at the bottom.
Darling, kiss me immediately.
Well, I'd love to kiss you. Actually,
Look, you have your cake. I've got to change into something more comfortable.
The poor child is overwrought. I've never seen a child as wrought over as she's over. No, change into something more comfortable. I must have written something about why someone would want to change into something. Yes, my beloved.
Darling, would you get my slippers? They're in the overnight case.
Your slippers in the overnight case, yes. This looks like a one-nighter. I didn't know that women wore those anymore. Say, Rhoda. Rhoda, my love, I didn't know that women wore these anymore.
Well, what?
These long earrings.
Don't be silly. Those aren't earrings. They're cigarette lighters.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. That's amazing. Very ingenious idea, actually. What do? Just pull the...
No. They're low on fuel.
Oh.
Look, my darling, why don't you go and change into something more comfortable?
Well, I'm perfectly comfortable at... Oh, I see what you mean. Like in the book.
Who is it?
Chambermaid, I'm here to turn down your bed.
Oh, how lovely.
Would you again, B12? You're not gonna get away with it.
I'm a bit more comfortable, Rhoda. All right, Rhoda, I am waiting for an explanation. I'm waiting for an explanation. No, something that makes sense. That's different. Sir, if you don't mind my being caustic and rude, this embrace and this is with that lady that just a few hours was first, but so you shouldn't. I often saw in the cinema how one would handle this particular situation. According to Kleinhauser's theory, hitting the third vertebrae produces paralysis. 1, 2, 3. Third vertebrae. Kleinhauser was right. This hand is paralyzed. Ever again. Finished. Here. All right. Knock it off. Come on, that's it. Knock it off. Here you are. And over. And none of that. I'm getting steam now, boy. Sir, you better knock it off. Do at ease and you'll be finished. Wham! Come on, that's it.
It's amazing how time flies when you're having fun.
That was very rude. That was very rude.
Congratulations, B12. You've done it again.
There they are. Uh-huh. All right, now, where is he? Where is he?
Darling, you were wonderful.
Uh-huh. More importantly, who was he?
Oh, that was just Bruce, an old boyfriend. You know how it is.
No, frankly, I've never had an old boyfriend.
Darling, let's just forget the entire beastly incident. Come along with me.
Well, why don't you go ahead, sweetheart? I'll be along directly.
Well, don't be too long. I wouldn't want you to miss the Johnny Carson show.
Must prepare and be certain that I remember. Hugging and kissing, yes. A over C. Pucker and lean. D under I and...
I love you. Oh, my love.
Okay, I got it. I better just,
Don't forget the cigarettes.
the cigarettes. Oh, no, darling. I won't. I have, yes, and, oh, of course. Okay, sweetheart. Yes, I have them here.
Actually, that was just our first kiss. Wait till he lights my cigarette.
Kaczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening. Chinsky. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
On that kleptomaniac paper. Why, I covered that department store from top to bottom. And then, while I was staked out in kitchenware, he hit the sporting goods department and stole a canoe. Yeah. The reward's up to what? $1,000. Oh, boy. What I could do with that. Yeah, my husband and I will be home all evening. Oh, sure, sure. Come on by. We'll have a strategy meeting. Stole a canoe. Now, what in the world are you going to do with stealing a canoe?
Is that you, Arnold? Yes, my precious dove.
Speak up, darling. It sounds like you've got your head in a canoe.
Sweetheart, did you have a hard day? Did you beat up anybody important?
No such luck. I'm still on that kleptomaniac case.
Oh, that's marvelous, sweetheart. That should be very interesting, a kleptomaniac. A kleptomaniac? What is a kleptomaniac, my sweet?
That's a compulsive who steals things he has no use for.
Oh, well, that's just... I can't imagine why anyone would do a foolish thing like that. Oh, there's my precious Sergeant Darling. Oh, my dear. You look exhausted. Are you all right, my sweet?
I am exhausted. I've been on my feet all day. And it isn't easy being a flat-foot in high heels.
No, it certainly isn't being a flat-foot easy.
If I could just get my hands on that kleptomaniac, I'd let him have it. I'd let him have it. Arnold. Oh, Arnold, darling, I'm sorry.
That's perfectly all right, dear. I know you love your work.
It's just that he's driving the whole police force mad.
Well, anyone who would annoy our lovely police force
should be soundly thrashed and slapped a lot.
Yeah!
Actually, it's a flagrant case of civilian brutality.
Arnold, if I could just get my hands on him, boy, will he feel it.
Yes, I know you would do the job. What I don't understand is... What I don't understand, sweetheart, actually, is why would anyone want to be a klepto, whatever you called it?
Kleptomaniac.
Yes.
I told you, it's all explained in the book, dear. The book, The Subconscious Psychological Motivations of the Habitual Criminal Mind.
Well, who wrote that?
Jaime the cop.
Jaime the cop, yes.
You see, many psychologists believe that a kleptomaniac is merely stealing the love that he didn't get as a child.
Stealing the love they didn't get as a child? Well, that's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous at all. It's not ridiculous at all. It's all right here in the book, in chapter 12. Now, let's see. Here's chapter 11, chapter 13. Chapter 12 seems to be missing.
Certainly looks like that, doesn't it, sweetheart?
All I know is, if I can get him and the reward, boy, I can get that $1,000, and then I won't have to walk around wearing last year's pistol. That's the phone.
Let's not be hasty, my love. Let's hear it again. When you're right, you're right.
Right.
Yes. Oh, that's the phone. Yes, I'll get it. Hello? Sergeant Muldoon's precious husband, Arnold, here. Just here with the precious woman, sitting in our little abode, high above the steaming, sweltering city streets, trying to find a basic fundamental of love, one person with another. Man's inhumanity to man completely abolished. Just a man and a woman giving one to another the love and the consideration. Of the 8 million stories, we are one in the naked city. Captain Baxter? No, he isn't here. No.
He'll be here shortly.
Did you hear the little woman? He'll be here shortly. Yes. Sweetheart, my precious love. My adorable, precious pussycat. Could you tell me, sweet, why is Captain Baxter coming here to our beautiful abode, where two people are trying to find the basic love and the fundamentals and the ingredients of the
Will you shut up, Arnold?
I meant no harm.
He's coming here for a strategy meeting. We're going to lay a trap for the kleptomaniac.
You know, my sweet thing, actually, all you would have to do is flood the city streets, you know, and then look upon the freeway, and anyone in a canoe would be your man.
Oh, Arnold, that's a great idea. How did you know he stole a canoe?
Well, everyone needs transportation.
Arnold Muldoon, where did that canoe come from?
What canoe, dear? My own wife.
Don't move, Buster.
Now, that's not the phone. I knew that right off. So you're not the only smart one in the family. Would you like me to get it, sweetheart? Shall I let him in?
12 years on the force. 12 years and I've never disgraced my badge. Shove that canoe back in the closet. Keep it there.
Oh, sweetheart, you will never, ever regret it.
No, but you will. Come in. Oh, hello, Captain. You remember my klepto, my husband.
Of course, mighty good to see you again.
Nice to see you,
Mighty
Captain.
good.
Wonderful to see you.
Of course, I suppose the wife told you all about the kleptomaniac.
Well, yes, she did, sweetheart. I mean, yes, sweetheart did tell me. Yes, of course, Captain. Yes.
Good, because I have a theory.
Yes.
I think it's the work of a deranged, psychopathic, schizophrenic, paranoid.
As long as he has his health.
Yeah. If I could catch him, I'd throw the book at him.
Yeah, all except page 12. Chapter 6.
Now, the reason we haven't been able to catch him is because there's no pattern to his crimes. Now,
actually,
here's where he stole the canoe, right there.
Kaczynski, I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.
There are no canoe fences. Now, last week, he was at the zoo, and he stole it
Chief.
I'm looking. That's the airport where he stole a tire off a DC-8.
Yes, the hard way, while it was taking off.
How'd you know that?
I told him.
Yes, the little woman told me.
Not to mention, of course, the helium balloons he stole at Disneyland. Of course, right there.
He stole balloons, too?
Absolutely.
And what else did he steal?
Well, the way it looks to me, he's complete circle.
Oh,
there you go.
He stole the canoe.
Right.
And what else?
The circle, of course, you know, working circle could be that... Actually, it could be, one leg could be shorter than the other, you know.
One leg shorter than the other?
Yes, that's what I thought.
Sergeant Muldoon, what are you doing?
I'm just getting some fresh air.
Yes, she's just getting some fresh air. That's one of the best things she does before anyone gets a hand. Yes, you know, the amazing thing about the little... I must say this for...
Sooner or later, they should have got to read.
Well, it may be... The phone! I'll get it!
Perhaps I'd better get it, my love. Hello? Yes, of course. I'll send him down immediately. Captain, you are wanted at headquarters immediately.
Must be the kleptomaniac.
Yes, I hope you get him so that we don't lose a cushion.
Right. Well, see you in the morning.
I'm gonna miss you,
Dude, are you going mad? Oh, really?
Actually, my precious love, I never thought that you would protect me like this. You are certainly understanding.
And you are certainly under arrest.
I didn't think target practice was until Wednesday. What about the captain?
The who?
The captain. What about the captain?
Why should I split the reward with him? Let him get his own kleptomaniac.
Yeah, now, that would be more for us.
Yeah.
Good
Now
thinking.
listen, here's what we're going to do.
What?
Get on your feet and start to move.
Yes.
Now, we're going to go down the back stairs. You see, it's not nice for the neighbors to see this.
Yes.
They might be curious, you understand.
I do.
Oh! Now, while we're about it,
Yes.
you might as well give me a full confession.
Yes, of course, my love.
What else did you steal this week?
Oh, well, actually, it was just the canoe, the balloons, the wheel, the tire, and the back stairs, of course.
Bob Kopczynski. I'm the president and general manager of the Dumas Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight and taking a few seconds to watch my pitch. As you see, we're not a very large, multi-billion-dollar network. We're trying to cobble things together in order to bring you some fine programming and local content from days gone by. We can't do it alone, and even if you can afford $1 or $2, it will certainly help. We do accept PayPal, and we'll post any other links for payments that we accept in our descriptions. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows, and please give if you can. Thank you, and have a good evening.